Welcome to the start of a new week. A positive week. Oh dear. Good morning, iFam. Hope you're all having a positive start to your week. Not sure if Chris will leave the singing that I just did in the start of this vlog. If he does, I apologise for that. Hope you're all having a really nice day today. Jace is singing his sweet little voice, kind of like so we're up this morning ready to get to the office and get some work done. We've had to wait a little bit longer than I wanted to get there, literally at 9 AM after dropping Nyla off at school. Unfortunately, well not unfortunately, it actually turned out to be rather quite nice. Isabelle's school didn't open until 10:30 today. They usually open at like 7:30. But they didn't open until 10:30 because of the floods. It's super flooded where we live, and all of her school was pretty much underwater. Not the actual school, but the entrance to the school and all the fields surrounding it just wasn't safe. So they've been working this morning to reduce the water, and school's opened at 10:30. Just dropped her off, and now and now I'm about to head on up to the office. Look how blonde his hair looks today. Jace, good morning, little baby. Jace, oh my gosh, he slept so good last night, but, and there is a big but, I'll get you out in a minute, okay? He started doing this thing when he wants me to get him out, but instead of just going like this, he goes, what do you want? Show the iPhone what you do. No. So because we were out in Manchester yesterday and we set off home quite, not late, but what time was it? About 6? About 6ish, something like that. So it wasn't late, but it was late for Jace to have a nap. Whoa! And he slept the whole way home. And then the girls really wanted to drive around our area, just looking at the rivers and the overflooded canals, etc, etc. So he slept until probably 7:30, maybe even 8 PM last night. So of course, trying to get into bed at 9, which is what we've been doing, was not happening. It was not happening. And he didn't go down last night till probably about 11, which is later than what we've been doing the last few weeks. So usually about 9, he goes down to sleep. But we do what works for us, and that works for us. So he usually goes down at about 9, and then last night, it was 11. It was like 11:10, he finally went to sleep. But he slept until 6:15 this morning, which, oh guys, I can't even tell you, after broken sleep for 10 months, was an absolute dream, because we went to bed at that same time. Well, it was about midnight by the time we went off to sleep. I got a solid 6 hours last night, and I feel so vitalised and refreshed this morning because of it. Do still have sinuses and a headache, but I don't feel bad. It's just when I move or when I cough, it feels like my head's going to explode. But that's nothing compared to Chris today, guys, who's currently walking around the house like this.
Just laying down. I ain't walking around doing nothing right now. I am laying down and I ain't moving. I am not one at all to be like a hypochondriac about health issues or anything like that. I even worry. I'm the last person to go to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. But I am a bit worried today. I don't know what's up with me. Yesterday in Manchester, I didn't do anything that preempted this, but when we got to Manchester, and I drove to Manchester yesterday, and when we got out of the car, my back just felt funny. Like it just felt funny, like it felt heavy, and I didn't want to move properly at my lower back, which got worse throughout the day. And then by the time I drove us home, and by the time we got home to the house, and we came in the house, I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of the car, couldn't move. I had the worst pain in my back I've ever felt, ever. So I took some strong painkillers, and we chilled and we went to bed, and I felt rough last night. So I went to bed with Sarah. I got this morning early to do the vlog and stuff, and I was just in the most excruciating pain all night, literally waking up every 2 minutes with pain in my back, and I kept ignoring it and going back to sleep, and I physically couldn't get out of bed this morning when I woke up at 5 to do the vlog, and it was just awful. I can't even, my legs don't want to move, my back is just, it's in the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, and it's like, it goes all the way around to my stomach. It's just an awful feeling. It's awful, but it's definitely my back, like my actual spine. It's definitely my spine. I haven't had an injury, I haven't fallen on it, I haven't done anything that would have preempted it, so I'm a little bit worried. But I'm going to take myself to the hospital this morning and go get it looked at. I'm hoping that everything's going to be alright.
Do you know what it is? I've just thought.
What?
I've just realised.
What?
It's when I jumped on you the other day and bombed you.
Yeah, that's it. It's when you were.
It's when I jumped on you and went, yeah.
I didn't include that one of you jumping on me.
You didn't?
No.
You cut it out?
I cut it out. I just included the Jace one. Sorry, mate. I just included the Jace one.
Why?
I can't remember now.
Rude.
Obviously thought I didn't look too flattering when he did it.
Oh!
Jace, don't lick my blooming trainers, man.
Jace.
Babe, take that off of him.
Oh, I don't do that, sweetheart.
Jace
That's
is
really
politely trying to lick my trainers.
That's not nice.
No, Jace. Good boy. But yeah, I've got this is the worst timing ever for anything to be like this going on.
You're supposed to be going away again this week.
I'm due to be flying out on Wednesday to a huge skate event that I've got this week, and I have to be in the best condition and I have to be able to perform. And right now I can't even walk, so I'm gonna get myself to the hospital, and I'm hoping for some miracle good news. But I don't know what to think, to be honest.
What you doing, little man? Hey. I literally love this office. It's so much nicer. Chris thinks his Lord Sugar sat there.
I just want to get this done so I can go to hospital.
I have a feeling that by the end of the day, at least this set of shelves here will be completely empty. We've got Jace set up with all his toys, happily playing. Fingers crossed this keeps him occupied for a while. I've got my cards, stickers, envelopes, and then so many order sheets. Oh, we're winning at life again, Jace. You got some wrap stuck to your chin, darling. It's like, I don't care. I don't care, me and my lunch. You're having a nice wrap. Oh my gosh, look at them little fat toes. So cute. Jace has currently got this setup going on right now. I've just been cracking on with packing. I've got loads packed, still got so much to do. Chris was just ordering the international shippings, because we have to order international shipping separately, and it takes a long time to go through each order and put all the weights and the dimensions in, getting the price, and then doing all that. It takes quite a while, and then printing off the labels. But unfortunately, he's had to stop and take a break, not to go to the hospital like we thought he would be doing, but to go and pick up a heartbroken, sobbing Isabelle from school. She just rang me on her break, on her lunch break 2 minutes ago, absolutely heartbroken, crying her eyes out, couldn't even understand what she was saying on the phone. She was just sobbing. So I was like panicking, like, have you hurt yourself? What's wrong? Have you hurt yourself? And she just kept saying, I'm not hurt myself, I'm not hurt. And I was like, what's wrong? What on earth are you crying like this for? What's wrong? And it turns out that there's many words I want to use, but I won't. Some boy has been shouting disgusting, and I mean disgusting, things to her about us all, basically, and making her feel really bad, obviously. But I think it makes it worse when you're in school and you're stood on your own, and then there's a massive group of teenage boys all laughing at you. Oh no, sweet boy, what's wrong? Just had to sort Jace out there. But yeah, Isabelle's very resilient when it comes to bullying and things like that. She's actually an anti-bullying ambassador, and she was selected to be that a while back. You guys probably know if you watch our vlogs. And she's really resilient against name calling, and if somebody says to her your hair looks a mess, she'll just be like, you're obviously feeling bad about yourself today. She's very resilient, and I think that's to do with the way we've brought her up and the way we've explained to her how some people work, but also through YouTube and social media and, you know, her Instagram. She'll see comments on there often, and she'll be like, Mum, have you seen this comment? Oh my gosh, shall I delete it? Shall I block them? And she does. And Isabelle's actually got a therapist that she goes to, just not, it was for a specific reason at the time, but we've continued to do that, have this therapist for her, because I feel like it's a good way for her to let anything out that might be bothering her or might be worrying her. And Isabelle cares so much about what other people think, and I know she doesn't like to worry me sometimes with the way she's feeling, so I think it's really important to get a therapist for her and make sure she knows that she's got somewhere she can vent if she needs to. Thankfully, she's never had anything to worry about, or the therapist never said to me, I'm a bit worried she's feeling like this. It's always good. And Isabelle does talk to me, we're very close. But anyway, she's very resilient to people saying things like that online, and she sees what disgusting stuff are posted online. But unfortunately, other peers also see these disgusting, absolutely disgusting things that people write online, and it's easy for Isabelle to block them from home. It's not so easy when these cretins are shouting them out in the corridor and all of their friends are laughing and having a big full-on joke about it, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. I don't even blame the child, to be honest. I blame the parents. Children should know. My children would know not to make another child feel disgusting in the way that Isabelle's been made to feel today. It's such a shame, but there's no way I'm leaving her in school today when she was crying like that. Usually I'd just say if it's something small, like she's fallen out with her friends or something, just make friends, be nice, and you know, put it to one side. You're at school to learn, go to your classroom and we'll sort it out when you get home. And she's happy to do that. But today was different. She was absolutely heartbroken and just, it was awful. So Chris has gone to speak to her head of year and pick Isabelle up, so she'll be back here shortly. So I just started to continue to do some packing, and I can't stop thinking about something I just said because I feel like I could have offended a lot of people, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to offend anyone. So I wanted to come back on just in case. I might not have, but I might have. I wanted to come back on just in case and explain what I meant when I said that I don't blame the child, I blame the parents. Because I know it's not always the parents' fault, and a parent can't always be accountable for a child's actions, especially when it's something like this. When teenage boys get together with their friends and they shout something funny because they've seen it on social media, and then their intention's not always to actually cause harm to the person that they're name calling. It's just to be funny in front of their friends or impress their friends or impress another girl, and they just want to be accepted and I guess laughed at, and that's not the parents' fault. So when I just said I don't blame the child, I blame the parents, I take that back. There are circumstances, and especially what we've seen online from what we've been attacked with over the last 2 years, that makes me think, how can a parent think it's acceptable to act like that, and what are they teaching their children when they're acting that way? And that's what I kind of meant, but that doesn't mean that everyone's the same. Isabelle goes to a really good school, and I highly doubt that the parents would be encouraging this type of behaviour. But I guess I'm just trying to say to parents watching this, I know a tiny minority of you guys that are watching this are not nice and are not watching our videos for the best intentions, but at least teach your children. Even if you can't be nice, at least teach your children that it's not acceptable to make anybody else feel bad. It's not acceptable to bully someone else or to make someone else upset and hurt for your gain, to make other people laugh or whatever the reason may be. There's far other ways to be accepted and to make people laugh than making someone else hurt in the way that Isabelle's been made to feel today. And that's basically just what I wanted to say. Don't blame all parents. Don't hate me for that comment. So it's a couple of hours later. Isabelle has been up here at the office with me. She's doing a great job, guys. She's doing a good job. Look at how many packages she's already packaged up. There we go. They're all of Isabelle's.
Actually, if I'm like doing this, like really therapeutic, I don't know why.
Therapeutic.
Yeah.
She's enjoying doing it. Calming.
Like...
Yeah, it is actually a really fun thing to do. All right, Isabelle. We've also now got Isla home from school, who's been very good girl occupying Jace, playing with some toys. And I'm just doing a mammoth order from someone that's actually ordered one of every single Teen and Me blanket. We have had quite a few. We've just posted one to Australia that was humongous. She'd ordered one of everything from the store, I think. And the baby me included.
And the Teen and Me blankets.
Yeah, she ordered the baby blankets as well, and all the teethers, and it went to Australia, which is crazy. It was a massive order, and we've done a couple of others that were big like this, but this is another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every single one of the Teen and Me blankets. We didn't anticipate orders like this, and there's been more big orders like this on this launch than what there ever has before. The previous orders, we've had a few where people have ordered like 3 or 4, but we've never had quite a lot of orders where people have ordered everything. So it's really exciting to see that, and so lovely, because the people that have done that are previous customers, so they obviously just love them. But we don't have envelopes big enough to package up massive bulks like this, so we're having to use like 3 envelopes, excuse me, and then parcel them all together. But it's all fun. It's so exciting. I'm so excited for you guys to receive your products. So we just got up to Esme's school to pick her up. Chris has just done 1 post office run while I watched Jace, and then I'm doing 1 post office run whilst picking Esme up. We've got a few quite the car's actually full. The car's full of postal bags. The post office is gonna love me today. So I'm just going to pick Esme up now, and then Chris, I think, and all the girls will probably go back home. I'm gonna have to stay at the office, unfortunately, because I think we've done like a quarter. I think we've managed to wrap about a quarter. When Isabelle got home from school, I wanted to sit and speak through her feelings and things like that with her, so it took up about an hour of our time, which I'm not complaining about. I'm glad I did that. That was more important than, that sounds awful, doesn't it? More important than getting your items shipped out. That sounds awful. Don't mean it in that way at all, but I just mean it was important for me to sit down and speak with Isabelle today. So we sat down and continued, did that. It took about an hour out of the day. So I'm definitely going to have to stay back at the office tonight. I've got a really busy week this week. I'm going out with a friend tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'm going out with my sister and my nana. So I'm not free again until Thursday, and obviously it's unacceptable not to ship your items until Thursday. So I need to get them all done today, so probably going to be a late one for me, no doubt.
So me and Esme came home to get on with a few jobs and get things like dinner ready and stuff whilst those guys wrapped up at the office. Isla and Isabelle literally would not come home. They were like loving wrapping and packing. Sorry Esme, we're talking too loud. So cute though. We just got in and Jace just literally sat on Esme's lap in the living room watching some cute telly together, and he fell asleep within 5 seconds flat. Bless his little heart.
Look at the cuteness on this. Esme's literally just sent me this little picture of her and Jace, who's fallen asleep on her. So cute. Isabelle has chose to stay at the office with me, so has Isla. Esme chose to go home with Dad. Jace didn't have a choice because he's been stuck to my leg pretty much all day, so he's gone home with the Dad as well. And Isabelle and Isla both asked if they could stay here with me. Isabelle wants to continue doing the wrapping with me because she enjoys doing it, and Isla is currently
eating grapes and measuring and drawing, because me and my friends made up a club, and it's called the Deforestation, Plastic Pollution, Global Warming and Climate Change Club.
That's cool.
It's a spot, and we have to make posters, and then when we go to school we're going to bring them, and the teachers are going to laminate them, and then we're going to stick them around school.
Ooh, good idea. So Isla's just eating some grapes that are left over from Jace that I brought him today. She's doing her poster, which is here. She's also weighing some things. So
I weighed this.
She weighed the water.
And this is heavier than this keyboard.
So if you were ever wondering, iFam, this water weighs more than a keyboard.
This is 1,492, and that is 650.
How do you remember them figures? How do you remember? So me and Isla have just come in to the little kitchen area, and we've made ourselves a nice little cup of soup because my throat is really sore. Mum's given us Mum's given us all the cold, hasn't she?
Well, I've kind of got a tickly throat and a cough.
Yeah, well I've got everything, I've got the whole lot. So I've got some nice soup here, and then we made Mum a cup of tea. I'm about to take that back. Mum's just doing a few more packaging because I've done loads. So she was like, you just sit down, so I'm going to drink my soup and then help Mum again, and then I'm head home.
So I know I talked this morning about being absolutely just couldn't move with my back, and I was in so much pain, and that's not really changed too much. I don't know what's going on in my body today, but it's not good. I've been feeling a bit I've been feeling like I've had like on and off little niggles and whatnot, not in my back, just in my back, but just I don't know, just little things health wise happening over the last few weeks, and probably down to injury, probably down to being run down. I don't sleep very much ever, and I did bash my body quite a bit when I was in Alicante recently, but I don't know, because this, you know, obviously I've been fine since I got home from Alicante, and then this morning I woke up and I couldn't move. I didn't have an injury yesterday, didn't do anything that would have damaged my back in any way. And, you know, I don't know, my body's pretty, you know, I'm strong, I'm fit, I'm healthy, but something's going on with my body at the minute. And obviously I didn't get to hospital today just because of, you know, mostly because of Isabelle. Isabelle was more important than anything this afternoon, and being with her and making sure that she was all right, and that the people responsible for what happened at her school were dealt with appropriately. So I didn't want to leave that. So I haven't gotten to hospital, and things are just too busy today right now for me to go and deal with this as well. So it is a little bit better than it was this morning. Like I couldn't bear it this morning. I couldn't move hardly at all, and not even the strongest painkillers that I've got were touching it. But it is a lot better this evening now. You know, I can walk around and it's not too bad, but it's just not good. I have like some absolutely crazy stuff coming up this week, and I need to be in tip-top shape and form and feeling good and able to move and skate and do all the sort of stuff that I do. So I'm worried right now. I don't know what's going to happen really with this week, but I'm just hoping that it continues to feel a bit better through tonight, and then I wake up tomorrow and it's much better, and I don't have to even think about going to hospital or anything. But first thing in the morning, if it isn't any better whatsoever, then I am going straight to hospital no matter what. But yeah, that was just a little update. I just wanted to, obviously it was a bit random me starting the vlog this morning in the state I was in and then not addressing it kind of later about what was going on and what I was doing. It's just too busy today, too many things going on, too many things with baby and me that needed sorting out, too many, you know, Isabelle and everything else. So, but me and Esme are back home now. We're just going to quickly whip around the house because we all left it in a big hurry this morning and left everything a bit of a mess. So I'm going to whip around now, sort everything out as best I can do. Try not to hurt my back anymore. And then we're going to get some tea on the go, and then those guys are going to be joining us shortly. So that's the plan for now.
You trying to get dressed, darling?
It definitely is. He's trying to get dressed.
There's no sneaking. There's going in the wash. What are you doing?
It is, isn't it? Are you trying to put them on? Clever boy.
Are you trying to get dressed?
That was the cutest thing ever. Literally the cutest thing ever.
What are you doing?
We were just watching him for ages, like 10 minutes doing that. And so I got the camera and I was like filming him for about another 2 minutes. Of him trying to put these rubber socks on his head. And I was thinking, what is he doing?
Trying to get dressed.
And then I just not bleach, darling. And I just literally realised he's trying to put them on, isn't he? He's trying to wear them.
Funny boy.
Clever boy.
Boy.
It's Isla's dirty PE kit though.
Oh, it's Isla.
You don't want to put that on your head, man. It stinks.
It doesn't. If Isla watch this, she'd be
No,
mortified.
I don't mean it stinks. I'm only joking. Look, he's trying to wear it. Look, he's trying to put it on. He is. He's definitely trying to put it on. That's so cute.
Cutie.
Clever boy. Is it not working, darling? You're going to keep trying? You want to wear the PE kit? I'm sorry, but there's nothing more adorable than that. That is absolutely ridiculously adorable.
Hi fam, I'm so sorry that I forgot to do the riddle last night. I lost track. But here are the answers, and I've got a really good one for tonight. So this is the answers to, not yesterday but the day before riddle. I promise I won't forget tomorrow. So the riddle was, the more you take, the more you leave behind, and the answer is footsteps. So like when you're walking, the more you take, the more you're leaving behind. So well done if you got that right, and good luck if you got that one wrong next time. But I've got a really good riddle for tonight, and I really like this one. So, you ready guys? What has a head, a tail, but no legs? What am I? What has a head and a tail, but no legs? What am I? So good luck guys, and comment down below what your answers be, and hopefully you get it right. Good luck!
What's up, iFam? So I'm coming at you this morning, the next day, to end the video. Last night when we all got home and stuff like that, and we were settling down for the evening, Jace wasn't very well. We sort of saw that he had a bit of a rash on his belly just halfway through the day, but nothing to worry about. He had no symptoms, he wasn't ill, he had no fever or anything like that. It was just like a viral, or maybe even a clothing rash or something like that. Didn't really think too much of it. And then later in the evening, he just got really whingy. And then he got a fever, and it was just a bit of a, not a chaotic evening. I wouldn't say it was chaotic, but it was just, you know, he just wasn't very well. So we just put him down to bed, and then Sarah went to bed, and then, you know, I cracked on doing my stuff, and I realised that once I was finished editing the video, we'd forgotten to end it last night. So, but he does seem to be all right this morning. Obviously, he's woken up this morning and he seems to be all right. He hasn't had another fever. He had some ibuprofen at, I think it was 4:10. You know, he's been fine ever since, so he hasn't needed another dose. gross. He's a little bit whingy, so I'm not sure if he's still feeling a bit rubbish, but that's why I'm ending the vlog today. I'm just up at the office. I've got a mountain of international packages to arrange couriers for, which I'm doing right now. And then lots of post office runs to do today, and lots of stuff to sort out because I'm travelling really early tomorrow morning on a little blade adventure, which I'm very looking forward to, but I've got lots and lots of stuff to do today for that. So make sure you come back tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. It's going to be a mad one, literally a mad one, and we'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up, and also give it a big thumbs up for Isabelle. Hopefully she's having a better day at school today than she did yesterday. Until tomorrow night at 5, guys. Good night.